This is where the chat is. We put the great in Great Britain. Let's go.
Wow. 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 Looking in the crowd and I got them like
Ruby. What are we saying?
When we first got here, it still didn't really feel real, but like starting to wear the Team GB kit, it was a bit like, okay, this is getting a bit more real.
It's weird, like I've kept on saying, oh, it won't feel real till I get here, but I don't think it still really hit me that I'm really living this dream.
Gymnastics is the hardest sport in the world. It is.
I'm 16 years old and recently just finished my GCSEs. I found out about making the Olympic team on my last ever day of school, and my dream since I was 6 had actually come true.
All of a sudden, you think you're breaking into the team, and then before you know it, you're on supposedly the back end of your career. I was 5 years old, I enjoyed gymnastics, but I was not very good at it at all. For me, it wasn't necessarily about being the best in the world or going to the Olympics, I just enjoyed doing gymnastics. My mum had said to me, Joe, I've got a surprise for you, and I thought I was getting a PlayStation 3. Turns out I'd made the GB national team, and I was a bit confused what that was, but I was excited nonetheless.
Gymnastics is such a brutal, cutthroat sport. The odds of being an Olympian in itself is ridiculously low. It's always been a dream for me to make an Olympic Games, but I've always been critical of if I could ever make it. I didn't want to put myself in a position where I would disappoint myself if I never became an Olympian.
It sounds dead morbid, it sounds what it means remember death. I don't think I've ever been dead set on stopping. Like, I've always wanted to stick to it, but I guess you always kind of have that reflection at the end of each year, and it's like, am I good enough? Once you start to understand that you are going to have bad days, you are going to have bad comps, it's a lot easier to enjoy everything else, I think.
You know, this is more than gymnastics. We really are brothers. You know, when they're going through the worst time of their life on the comp floor, they know that I'll be there to support them, and vice versa. And when we're having the best time of our lives, we can enjoy that moment together. And knowing it's at Max's last games is exciting. Great Britain's most decorated British gymnast is within the team with me, and to think that it all started as a 5-year-old who just enjoyed doing somersaults on trampolines. I'm hoping that I can inspire someone else to start their journey.
Kind of want to go in there and just do what I can do, and to walk away with a medal would be unbelievable, and the thought of that is a good thing. But yeah, staying grounded is the main goal, and just enjoying it all. And if I go in and produce my best work and walk away with a medal, I'll be made up.
This time around, my parents can come and watch, which is incredible. The late nights, the early starts, the taking me here, there and everywhere, and now they're coming out to France to watch me in the Olympic Games 20 years on. I think that's just incredible, and I just want to make them as proud as I can.